Hello, friend. How are you? I'm Ankita, and in today's video, I want to talk about attachment styles. Some people know about this, but I think a lot of people don't know about it. Attachment styles. What is it? Like I had seen some videos on it in a long time ago. Like I was casually scrolling and I saw some videos, and I can relate to it. And this video kind of resonated with me. So I was thinking about love, what topics I should make. So this came to my mind. This is this attachment style is not just related to love. It can be other aspects of your relationships. In a relationship with everyone. With your family, friends, colleagues. You know, but mostly it affects your love life. So this is something very important. Maybe you will resonate with one of the attachment styles. So there are four main attachment styles. First one is the secure one. Next is anxious, preoccupied, or ambivalent attachment. Then is dismissive, avoidant attachment. The fourth one is fearful, avoidant attachment or disorganized attachment. So what are these attachments? Secure one is the most simple one and the best one. In secure attachment, the person who is a very emotionally stable person, they are very caring, loyal, and they are very optimistic, positive people. They attract positive people who are secure like them. They are emotionally secure. They are not clingy, or they are not scared, or they are not fearful or anything. And they are okay, everything is going to be fine. They are easily able to form bonds. Find the right people who they can connect with. People with secure attachment generally look for partners who are secure like them. Like they, when they realize this other person is very unstable some way, they move away from them. They kind of resonate with or attract secure people like them. So they have a happy life. You know they generally are able to they have problems. It's not like their life is absolutely perfect, and there can be good days, bad days, but on average they can take good care of themselves. They emotionally stable. They don't worry, or be angry too much, or take too much stress, or give other people too much stress. They emotionally stable and positive. And the next one is an anxious, preoccupied, ambivalent attachment. So anxious, like the name suggests, they are very anxious, nervous. They are very needy people. So they kind of fear the losing the love. They are either first they are scared that they are not good enough to be loved by someone. They would be oh my god, I'm not good enough, no one will love me, I'm very ugly, I'm not very successful, or I'm not very good at giving love, and I don't know how to give love, how to how to work in a relationship. They've got very low self-esteem. They don't feel that they are worthy of love, but they have a very strong desire to get love. They really want love. They kind of have this kind of feeling, that if they find love, then their life will be perfect. They have damsel in distress kind of, where they are going through something, and they feel some knight in charming shining armor will come, and they will save them, and all the problems will disappear. Like in movies, where heroine or hero is going through a lot, and then some very nice happy person comes in their life who is absolutely perfect, and they change their life completely. They become more happier, and and everything, all the problems in their life is solved, and they live happily ever after. They are like very much in a fantasy, like their love story is generally fantasy, like they in their head they like romanticize love a lot, and like imagine the fantasy like love, you know and when they like find now, they will be like very very clingy on them, they like very needy, they like constantly worry, they will constantly try to impress their love, they will like be worried that their partner will cheat on them, or the partner will leave them some reason, they're like already always anxious, worried that their partner won't love them, or partner will leave them eventually. So they like tried their best to like impress them, like constantly call them, constantly be with them, detaching from the partner, is very difficult from them. And same with their friends and family also, like if they are close to someone, then they are like be very very worried, losing that person, and they will like try their best to like cling on to them, don't leave me, don't leave me. That can be very emotionally damaging, like I myself kind of face with this issue, like when I I looked into it, and they gave examples, and I like, oh yeah. Even I have like low self-esteem issues, and I feel I'm not good enough, I'm constantly like I'm not good enough, I need to like improve on my looks, I need to like earn more money, I need to work on myself, then someone will love me. If I like get attached with someone, I will be like, bye, and it's very difficult for me to lose a person, that is why it's very difficult for me to fall in love, because I'm scared that if I fall in love and like they don't love me back, or some problems occur na, then I will feel a lot of pain, like pain is sometimes very difficult to bear, we are like emotionally unstable. This generally this kind of this one and other three insecure and all the attachment styles happen mainly because of our childhood experiences. So those who have like secure attachment they have generally good parents who like were there for them, they have like generally happy family, the parents were there to take care of them, their like, emotional needs were met. But those with anxious attachment they generally like their parent or their caregiver whoever was there was not always there, so the when the caregiver was busy somewhere, like they like either be in the work, or they like some kind of reason they will be not there, either it is like intentionally, sometimes the parent is very like not everyone is a good parent, but sometimes they can be going through a lot, so they cannot be available for the child. So so the child is like anxious all the time, they feel that I have to do something more to get attention, like generally kids who have like anxious attachment they like either like try to overly impress, or they will like throw a lot of tantrums or something, they will cry a lot, like do something to get attention, since their parent or their caretaker is avoiding them they'll like notice me, they had like either be like too goody goody, or they like too naughty, whatever way gets them attention, that they will try to do, because they are like very needy, they're like they feel like they need to do something extra to get attention, if they don't do, then they will be left alone, and that makes them very nervous. So this like goes from their parent to their like future spouse, or any other friend also. In friendship also, if they are like best friend, they'll have very hard time losing their best friend. Then next is like dismissive avoidant. Yeah. Dismissive avoidant is like the opposite of anxious, So they would be like running away from the like people, So they also go through some childhood trauma, and because of it, they kind of have hard time in attaching with people, since like whatever their parent was like not very nice to them, like if they're abusive, or like they were not that much emotionally invested in their child, or whatever childhood experience which happened to them na, where whenever they tried to express themselves na, they were like told to like shut up, or they were like avoided, neglected. Children were like whose needs are not met, and whenever they try to express I want this, I want something, or like when they like cry or show emotions na, and the parent or the caretaker tells them stop it, don't cry, don't like waste my time, don't bother me, they're like don't do this, like mainly happens with men, because men are not they're like older saying like men don't cry, men don't show emotions, so men tend to become this dismissive avoidant, like because during their childhood like they were not told like why are you crying, are you little girl, are you little girl, girls cry, are you girl, you know they kind of stop themselves from feeling emotion or showing emotion, they like keep it to themselves because they feel that if they show emotions, that is a bad thing, they should like keep it to themselves, because their past experience, their childhood experience, they learn that showing emotions won't get them, they like be criticized for it, they'll be neglected, they will, don't bother me, you know like leave me alone kind of behavior, or they will be like taunted for showing emotions, hey hey hey, why are you crying, they'll like be laughed at for feeling sad, feeling angry. So they'll be like more stoic and more serious kind of people, you know they feel that they should be distant from other people, they should be independent. So some ways it can help, they can like not be dependent on people, but they can like take care of themselves, they are like self-reliant, they keep their emotions in control. So in some way good thing, but they like so distant that they cannot like, they don't have people around them who love them, they're like resistant from love, you know they like move back, they will be worried if they get attached to someone they will not care, they like have a desire to love, have a desire to like in a bond, but their experiences taught them that they should not show emotion, they should be distant, so they try to be distant. And the worst kind of pairing is the anxious attachment and avoidant dismissive, like anxious person will be like running towards the avoidant one, and the avoidant one would be running away from them. Like this is the worst kind of pairing which can happen, one is too clingy and one cannot show emotions. And this happens a lot, and a lot of couples are very like this, because secure people generally go for secure ones, they like don't want drama in their life, so these unstable people have to go for each other. So generally not a good idea. If you are a very anxious person na, don't go for someone who is like very dismissive, cold, because you both are going to feel a lot of pain, or maybe if you both genuinely love each other, you can like work on yourself, like if you are someone nervous and your partner doesn't like doesn't like emotion, they like keep it to themselves na, then like try to work, slowly both have to improve, you know both have to realize that you don't need to like show love all the time, and you don't need to hide love all the time, you can like show emotions, and you can just be relaxed, you these like attachment types, we can improve, once we realize that this is our shortcoming, we can like work on ourselves and improve on our bad habits, like I've realized I'm anxious type, so I like try to like improve myself, and I'm like working on my own mental health, so I can find a better relationship, I can find a secure relationship. last one is the disorganized attachment or fearful avoidant attachment. So this one is kind of like a combination of anxious and avoidant. So they are like anxious. They want love in their life. They're like an anxious person, they're like desperately seeking for love. I need love. They're like very feeling very very lonely, but they also are scared of love. Like they will be like seeking love. They like approach someone, but when they get love, they will be like no 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 no. Like they want love, but when the love they get love in return, they like avoid it. So it's very disorganized. They themselves don't know what they want. So this can be very very messy. Where like you will think that the other person loves you, or you love the person, but when you find love, you are like, I cannot handle it. Either you like fear intimacy, or you are not able to like emotionally give it to them. You are not able to like fully commit to them some reason. Mostly due to fear of intimacy. During their childhood, things was very chaotic. The mostly people who have like abusive have childhood, like where the parent was very abusive to them, or anyone like older people were abusive to them. They had like some bad trauma happening to them, and something very traumatizing happened to them so they generally go through this kind of attachment. So where they are like feeling very very lonely, and they have a desire to love, they want attachment, they want people in their life. But since they have learned through the experience that when they get attached, they will experience abuse, so they are like scared of it. In the past their parents were abusive, so they are like worried that their partner will also be abusive. So they're like scared of the intimacy. They're like worried if I get attached to them, they will hurt me some way, or they are not able to like commit to them. Like some reason you are not, even though you like them, you just don't want a like fixed relationship with them, and you're like kind of like a butterfly moving around. This generally happens in a young people. Especially young men, women who are like very social, popular. They would be like seeking love, but they won't be like sticking over there. They will be like move away, move away, move away, because being emotional, being attached to someone, is something they are scared. They are like fearful avoidant. They are not like dismissive avoidant, where they like don't want. They are like they are happy on their own. Fearful ones want love, but they are scared of intimacy. They are scared of love. This is like very chaotic. And if you fall in love with this person, or you are this kind of person, you will have very hard time sticking to a relationship. Your relationship will break very easily. Either the other person will leave you because you are like neglectful to them, or you will get bored of them and leave. you know like young people make it seem like, oh my god, I'm so cool, I like I like move on, and I don't need to worry about, I don't need to fall in love. you know they like make it seem like this is a very cool thing to jump from a relationship to one to another. Nowadays it's become trendy, where people are like finding like partners, like they're some kind of card collection or something. This is like a collection hobby, where I have like 20 boyfriends, I have like 50 girlfriends. you know Young people are like fond of finding too many partners. A lot of them are like, because they are like scared of attachment. They hide it. They like pretend that they are very cool, but in reality they are like scared of intimacy. They are scared that other person will not love them that much, or they will like they are not able to give them love. They feel that they are not good enough, but they want love. So if you are like going through any of these phases, any of this, like lot of this is back, you have to like look into your childhood. what happened to during your childhood, how were your parents, were they like very nice to you, they cared for you, or were they like busy all the time, or were they like continuously yelling at you like don't behave like this, don't show so much emotion, don't do so much drama, or were they like very abusive, disorganized, where like they like constantly put you in stress, you know so you're like during your childhood, most of your mental development is happens, like people say up to 7 years, your brain is like getting developed, so like lot of the personality which you have in your adulthood is shaped by your childhood. So but that doesn't mean you cannot like change your personality. Like people change all the time, you are very different than what you used to be. So if you realize that you have any of these attachment issues, you are like insecure, you know try to work on those things. Like I have anxious attachment, so I have to like work on my anxiousness. I have to first start with improving my self-esteem. Like I have to like say I'm deserving of love, I'm good enough, I shouldn't feel like, I don't earn much money, so I'm not good enough, no one will want to marry me because I don't earn too much money. I should not say these things, like, so there would be someone who would be okay with my career, you know there could be someone who may think I'm very beautiful, and I should not develop low self-esteem, and I shouldn't like be clingy on them, my these two things I have to work on, like improve my self-esteem, and when I like find someone, give them space. I hope you found this video useful. There are like lots of videos on this, if you like realize you have particular attachment issue, you can look into it more on internet, or there are lots of videos about it, like I saw a video about like fearful and anxious attachment. So, like lot of examples which they gave, and I could resonate with, like, and I like, oh my god, I do these things, and I have to work on these things. So you can like through examples, through other people's experience, you can realize your own shortcomings and work on yourself. So once you are improved now, your relationship and everything around you will improve. When you become secure, you will attract secure people, or you will be able to tell, which ones are secure, which ones are unstable. So you can like avoid the unstable ones and go for the secure ones. Yes, take care. Bye bye.